What's good, everybody? Welcome in to episode number 2. Why are we doing it on a Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time? Because we love all of you. Because tomorrow I'm doing the Players' Championship, the biggest event on the PGA Tour. Your boy, lead voice on the BetCast ESPN app. Love ESPN. And courtesy of DraftKings, 100 yards from where I'm sitting right now is the 16th green at TPC Sawgrass. So we're not just going to do one. We've got to do our second. And you guys know at the end of the show what we have coming. But I don't do this show by myself. I can't do this show by myself. There is only one man. Only one man. And you're looking at him right there. The creative genius behind the Attitude Era, JCW, the Juggalos, my man Vinny Ruru. What's up,
Coach,
baby?
I come here very solemn today.
Oh, no. Well, why?
Now, you open the show, putting yourself over 100%, 100 yards from the green. I'm the big shot. I'm the big shooter, this, that, and the other thing. But, we're very opinionated on this show. Would you not agree, Coach?
I think that's where we start. That's why people come here.
That's why people come here. However, sometimes we have to pause and sometimes we have to stop because, Coach, the reality of the situation is our opinions weigh heavy, and sometimes we may hurt people along the way. Have you ever thought about that, Coach?
I try to think about not hurting anyone, but I think about it from time to time, yes.
Well, listen, I think about it time to time, but, sometimes you get hit with a harsh reality.
Oh, no.
That is a picture. Producer man, can you please bring that up for Coach? This is a weeping Triple H listening to the Coach and Bro show. Now, maybe you laugh at that, Coach. He looks traumatized. He looks upset. He looks lost for words. Now, granted, he does also have the picture of himself pointing to his wax statue. Get that out of your mind. I want you to concentrate on the teary-eyed Triple H listening to the Coach and Bro show. Coach, yeah, come on. You're laughing at another man's misery, Coach.
I don't mean to, Vince.
Okay.
I don't mean to. I need to leave this up for a second because there's a little bit to unpack here. I did notice the double finger point of doom. What's crazy is probably somewhere in the world there is a statue of him actually doing that. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. We know he watches the show. He's already alluded to it without alluding, so we know he watches. They've started doing stuff that we've talked about here on the show. No coincidence. And the fact that he works, apparently that's downtown Stanford in the background.
Yeah.
With the sledgehammer, the miniature one.
I didn't even notice that.
Vince, you've not seen that on WWE Shop? You can get that. I kid you not. You can get that for $389.
The sledgehammer.
Yeah, and it's foam. It's like foam. It's not real. You didn't unpack all that from
I missed the sledgehammer. I totally missed it.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
I mean, and if this was the video, if it would have kept rolling, he used the sledgehammer to break the computer.
Yes.
And he went something, and this was his exact. I'm paraphrasing here. Oh, they're so much smarter than me. Oh, that's what he's saying.
In the words of the immortal Road Dogg, bless his heart. Bless his heart, Coach.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. My heart hurts. My heart hurts. My heart hurts. By the way, Road Dogg is in one of our topics today.
Yes.
He's in one of our topics today. But we're not going to start with that topic because, Vince, the one thing I want to do here at the Coach and Bro Show is lean into our first loves and get people to know us sometimes. We always have new people coming in. And before I get into this, let the good people know how they can be a part of the show. I forgot to do that.
Yes, guys, please. A big part of this show is you being a part of the conversation. You could do that through super stickers and donations. Anything over $5, we will bring you right up on the screen. Anything over $10, Coach, what happens?
Bang, 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 bang. We've got the Coach and Brolette wheel, which I had to, Vince, on our morning show, Coach and Company, we had to use the wheel the last 2 days because we went 8-2 and 7-1 on our best bets, 18-3.
Wow,
Excuse
that
me,
is
15-3.
awesome. Good for you,
Isn't
man.
that great? Yeah.
Awesome. That's great.
So, yeah, and everybody's going for the Jugga Bros. That's what everybody wants is the
Yeah, of
Jugga Bros.
course. Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, $10, we'll obviously still read it, answer the question, but then you'll get your name. We have a lot from the Monday show. We double them up. Depending on how many we have, depending on how generous we feel, we may spin it twice. No promises. We might spin it twice. All right. Now, Vince, the one thing that everybody that watches this show knows is that the only thing you take more serious than your career is baseball.
Yeah.
And what happened last night, I've got to get your reaction to it.
Man,
I've never seen anything like it.
Well, first of all, I do want to say 4 days away from the fantasy draft of russosbrand.com. So I've been studying. I got my magazines. I'm doing my research. I'm ready to go. But, man, bro, what a blunder. Now, I have to say, first and foremost, I am a huge fan of Mark DeRosa. Huge fan, man. When you watch MLB Network, this guy knows baseball better than anybody. I love listening to D-Rose, so I'm not going to bury him in any way, shape, or form, but the reality of the situation is before their game against Italy, he was on the MLB Network.
Yep.
And he basically stated, even though we've already advanced to the next round, this is an important game. The problem being they hadn't advanced to the second round. Coach, here's what really blows me away. Now, again, guys, I like D-Row. So it's not that I don't want to bury D-Row, but there's people around D-Row.
That's the whole thing.
Right. Coach, you mean to tell me nobody knew? But here's what's worse, Coach. They wiped it from the MLB Network.
Yeah.
Which makes it worse, bro.
It makes it worse. It makes it so much. Andrew Marchand, who's like the leading New York Post writer, and he's the one, he's got a media podcast. He put it out today. And he's like, this is worse than having it up.
Absolutely.
And it's the crazy part is you're exactly right, Vince. So if people didn't see this thing, you have executives, you have other people with Team USA, and Vince, he did that in the afternoon after the game when they lost because Bryce Harper doesn't play because you think you've advanced and now you got to rely on Italy to win or Mexico to score at least 5. So the tiebreakers are very they're a lot different than Major.
Yeah, very different.
But Vince, you had like 8 hours in between that video and nobody says anything to him. And then he goes on afterwards and says, I misspoke. No, you didn't. You were just flat out wrong. You were wrong. And this could be the biggest blunder that USA Baseball has ever had if they don't make it through tonight.
Yeah, and I'm kind of kicking myself, Coach, because you're talking about how well you're doing with the sports betting. Man, I wanted to bet on Japan, and the only reason I didn't bet on Japan was because of Team USA. That was the only reason. Bro, if Mexico, what is it? If they win by 5 or less or 4 or less?
So, no, they have to score 5 runs. They have to score 5 runs
right,
or more.
Yeah,
if they do, USA goes on. If it's 4 or less and they win, so like 4-2 and they win, Team USA doesn't go on.
Exactly, and if Italy wins, they go on. USA,
no matter what.
Team USA goes on no matter what. But I the only thing that kept me from betting on Japan was Team USA. If Team USA gets eliminated tonight, it's a cakewalk for Japan. They got monsters on that team, man.
Monsters. They had one of the feel-good moments the other day because I love feel-good moments here at the show. I think it's about, me and Vince believe that life is way more important than art. Did you see the standing ovation from the Japanese crowd to the pitcher from Czechoslovakia?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, that was.
Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah, man.
I mean, the Japanese culture is so much better than ours. So much better than ours. This is a guy who worked full-time as an electrician.
Yeah.
3 years ago,
yeah,
out Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah. What a great story.
Great story. He pitched 4 innings the other night.
What about the 17-year-old kid that got Aaron Judge to ground into a double play? Can you imagine being on the mound at 17 and Aaron Judge has a bat in his hand? I would be scared to death.
To death. But I think that's why players love the World Baseball
I
Classic.
love it, man.
It means
Absolutely.
something, right?
It really does. And you could see the way these teams are playing. It really, really means something. Yeah.
Tarek Skubal, the biggest softy of all time. He says, I'm only going to show up once, pitch 55 pitches, and go back to Detroit. What happens? He falls in love with it. And he goes, oh, man, I wish I would have known. What do you mean you wish you would have known? This is like the fifth one.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
And he goes, next time I'm going to be here for the whole time. We may not need you the next time.
Yeah.
We needed you this time. We need you this time. So, pretty cool. By the way, speaking of Japanese culture, I'm doing the Players. Did I mention that this week? It's the biggest golf tournament in PJ.
About,
you mentioned
5 minutes ago.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, the best moment I've ever had in sports, Vince, was at the Masters when Hideki Matsuyama won. Okay, I don't know if you've ever seen this. Anybody watching right now, I want you to Google this. So he wins the Masters, Vince. And, they do the whole green jacket ceremony and all that kind of stuff. So everybody is now gone. It's like 7:30. The sun's just gone down over the horizon, and there's nobody on the course except for one guy. And I'm literally getting goosebumps talking about it sitting here. This is incredible because it means so much to me. Vince, his caddy, by himself, walks out to the green, the 18th green, and he bows to the course. And when asked about it, he was saying, we're saying thank you to the course.
Yeah.
Who else does that?
Yeah, moments like that are so cool, Coach.
So cool.
That's the one thing. I mean, to this day, Coach, the one moment I always love, and I don't care what team it is, what sport it is, when that team wins a championship and everybody, they're like little leaguers. They're like, bro, that moment when they just become kids again. Oh my God! Every moment, I can't get enough of that.
I know. I love that you love baseball because we're able to talk about sports outside of wrestling because there's a lot of sports fans that watch the show. A lot of them.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into
the golfer you were talking about, Hideki Matsui. Then he went on to play for the Yankees. So he had a dual career. Very special athlete there, Coach.
You and your names. All right, so we've had a couple of super stickers. We'll get into those here in a few minutes, so keep those coming in. Somebody's going to have a 2 spots. S Star has a $20 super sticker, so we'll get to those in a second. But I want to start, Vince. We talk about tears, and we talk about emotion, and what really matters to a fan. There's a reason we tell those stories, because topic number 1 is, Vince, I had a fan send me this today. So I had producer man and Mikey P, our AP, our associate producer, look up some of the prices for WWE World in Las Vegas, Vince, the week of WrestleMania. And there was one name that stuck out to me. Can you tell me, Vince, the week of WrestleMania, if you want to stand in line and you want to get an autograph and a special inscription of an autograph of one Stone Cold Steve Austin, how much do you think that special autograph is going to set you back?
Well, not what you told me before the show. I would have guessed. I would have guessed $150. That's what I would have guessed.
Okay. That is like El Grande Americano is like $150. Okay. This, it's almost as ludicrous as the $800 signature belts that they have at WWE Shop. 5 different ones you can get for $7.99 and up. If you want to stand and get close to Stone Cold Steve Austin, $757. And they wonder why, Vince, that people are not buying tickets. And oh, by the way, both nights in the last 2 weeks, we've been monitoring this. Vince, they're both still under 38,000. And there's as of today, 38 days until WrestleMania. And they're not even to 40,000 on either night.
Coach, I got to tell you, I'm a little surprised by that, because so what do they get for the $750? Let's be clear. What do they get?
So you get an autograph, and there's a special inscription in the autograph.
Right.
That's it.
And you meet Austin, and you get a picture with him?
You don't know. That's not the picture. That's just the autograph and the inscription with the autograph.
So that's not a meet and greet. We're just talking about.
Yeah, you walk through and it's like a picture of him. He signs it, but
Yeah.
it's like a pre-made. But you don't get a picture with him.
Yeah.
You don't get a picture with him.
Man, I'm surprised somebody like Steve doesn't say I'm not doing that. I'm really, really surprised, because if anybody,
here it is right here. Here it is right here.
Why?
Yeah.
Can I ask why?
Well, I mean, one, we don't want you to get injured.
Bro,
Oh, we got here Logan Paul in the back. So basically, $757. That's with taxes. That includes a $59 administration fee. What the hell? They're charging more for administration fees than some people are charging for autographs.
Wait a minute, is the administration fee the dude sitting next to him?
I mean, at any indie show or fan festival, you have a guy sitting there with a little bag who puts the cash in, or he's got the. Vince, what are we doing?
I don't know, man. You're taking it away from the fan. That's what you're doing. You're taking it away from your fans. That's it, Coach.
So here's some other prices, Vince. So these are sold out, by the way. These are sold out. Photo op prices at WWE World. AJ Lee, $145. Sold out. Look at all these. And I mean, I guess you really got to be a fan, man, but come on. CM Punk sold out, $205. Liv Morgan sold out, $112. Jey Uso, $130. These are all photo ops. You walk up there, you stand there for 5 seconds, get the picture. They tell you pick it up at the end of the road. Drew McIntyre, $112. Stephanie McMahon, $226 to take a picture with Steph.
Wait a minute. She pays you $226? So if I go there and get my picture taken with Stephanie, she pays me $226.
I don't think it's that way. I think you actually have to pay them. Wow. I do. Now, you can get a combo photo op with Punk and AJ Lee for a cool $335 if you want both of them who are married.
What does a Stephanie Hunter cost you? Your firstborn, Coach? Are you just handing over the firstborn?
I am so glad you asked me that, because there's actually three prices. There is Stephanie for $226. There is Triple H for $310. There's the combo for $500, and then if you want Hunter to give you the finger point of doom, it's another $100.
Listen, let me break the news to everybody watching this show. Okay, please. Guys, wrestling autographs are worth zero. Nothing, guys. I promise you, you can find any sports memorabilia autograph collectible shop. Wrestling autograph photos are worth zero, with the exception of a deceased Hulk Hogan.
Yes,
maybe a deceased Hulk Hogan is worth $150 now. I promise you, you will not walk into a card store and there'll be an AJ Lee autograph photo for $200. I promise you that won't happen to you.
Now, in defense of the fans, Vince, it's really more about standing within feet of these superstars. But we got to be very careful, Vince, because we just got an email the other day. We may be out on the road very soon. And what if we do a combo, me and you?
We ain't charging that, Coach. I can tell you that much. We ain't charging that.
We're not going to charge $200 for a VIP.
No, we're not. No.
We're putting our foot down at $175. Damn it!
Yeah.
What if we get called? I guarantee you, if we're getting called for a tour, and I want everybody in the chat, if you would come to we're going to test the waters here, Vince. If you would come to a live taping of this show in your town, would you come? One, that just give me a yes. And how much do you think a fairly priced ticket? And then you always have the VIP meet and greet. That's just standard. So those are three questions I want to know from the chat.
I could tell everybody right now, if you go to russosbrand.com, you can get a personalized autograph picture from me for $20. For $20, Coach, they can get a personal autograph picture.
Yeah, but Vince, that didn't even throw in the $39 delivery fee. The shipping. The shipping costs more than your autograph. How embarrassing. So it's like $54, but only $20 for the autograph. Like, it's just, I mean, this is just so ridiculous. By the way, Jade Cargill's photo op, $80. There's a Kevin Nash autograph photo in Webb City, Missouri, Mikey P says, in a store. He saw it last weekend for $19.99.
Yeah, no, that's the price. I mean, that literally is the average price for a wrestling autograph.
So, Vince, here's the one that I'm really interested in. So, can you tell me who for $47.70 you can get a photo op, or for $42 you can get an autograph?
Yeah.
Take a guess who is still advertised on their website.
You smartened me up already, so I'll let you tell everybody, Coach.
Road Dogg.
Bless his heart.
Oh, man, he's a team player. But do you think he's actually going to show up for this thing?
Oh, God.
If they're selling his ticket, if you can buy a ticket on the website, I mean, I'm almost tempted to spend the $42 just to see if I can get in line, just to see if they actually if it goes through. Because if I'm Road Dogg and Vince, here's the brutal part of it is I guarantee it that all of the WWE people are not getting paid extra for those photo ops.
Oh, I guarantee it. I
used to have to do WWE World all the time when I worked there. And we did like the announcer thing where you could call a match with a fan.
Yeah.
And they have to buy a ticket to get in. This is what doesn't show up here is you have to buy a ticket to get in. Vince, how much do you think a 5-day, multi-day ticket just to get in? Producer man, bring this one up.
5 day.
Bring up this one. 5-day, multi-day, and it actually says best value next to it. We've got that full screen. $384 just to get a ticket to get into WWE World, to get into line for the autograph or picture that you've already bought before you go.
God.
$300 and a single day ticket is anywhere from $87 to $93 just to get in. This is insane. Here it is right here. Here it is right here. And it's pretty small. But Vince, this is the reason we bring this up today is not just to laugh, because it is funny. It's the fact that none of these superstars are making any extra money from this. I promise you that. And they're handed a schedule, Vince, when they land in Las Vegas, and they have to show up, get picked up in a car, take it over there, and they don't get an extra check.
Do we know what's involved? Do we know, Coach, because I was not around when they did any of this stuff. So, like, what's involved in what I'm walking into? Like, what am I paying $400 for?
Okay, so you're paying $400. It's this whole it's like a whole, what's the word I'm looking for? Convention center. And they have different things you can walk up. You can like punch things, or they usually have a ring set up and they'll have matches with people that aren't on WrestleMania. Usually like NXT stars or stuff like that. And then you may have a couple of attractions like the wax Triple H thing, whatever. But most of it is lines for photo ops and for autographs. That's basically what it is. Because Vince, we're talking probably 200 per person. Think how long. And so a lot of these are only there for 45 minutes. So like Adam Pearce, if you want to get his autograph, he's there from noon to 12:45. And then he goes to take pictures from 12:45 to 1:15. Then him and Nick Aldis have a combined photo op that you can buy as well. So they have 2 straight hours, but they're not 2 hours of the same thing.
It's interesting. I wonder, Coach, how do they come up with the pricing? Because, like, Jade Cargill is a world champion, but yet her price was only $80.
Correct.
But then you mentioned, do you know the rhyme or reason with that? Like, how do they come up with these prices?
My guess is that they're going off popularity. And all the people I told you about are bigger stars than her. The 112, the 145s, and all those. Those are all bigger stars than her. And I just think probably they also look at merch sales on shop.com and go, well, AJ Lee's selling a lot of T-shirts. I imagine that she'd sell a lot of these. And they're right, Vince. She's sold out. She is sold out. Wow. But I always look at it from the family's point of view, too. If you're looking at the WWE World, you went there last year.
Yeah.
So why would you go back to Vegas? It's not just about Mania. It's about this. This is almost as important because there's fans coming in for JCW or TNA or whatever smaller organizations are also running shows. And they have also their own WrestleCon with wrestlers that are not in WWE. You can buy all of those autographs. I think last year, Vince, I looked through the autographs. There was anything from $200 for Kevin Nash all the way down to $15 for people I'd never even heard of. And that's completely separate.
I would love Producer Man or part of anyone on the crew. Coach, they do this for NBA weekend with the All-Star game. They do this MLB All-Star game. Mm-hmm. Guys, can you just get a price for that? I would be curious what they charge for like the All-Star game weekend for the NBA, the All-Star game weekend for the MLB. I guarantee you, Coach, it's nowhere near that. I
promise you. Mikey P, look up tickets to the Home Run Derby because they don't always do autograph shows. Look up anything related to NBA All-Star Game and MLB All-Star Game.
Yeah, no, but they have Fan Fest for that stuff. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I don't think the players go. That's what I'm saying. So look up anything you can find and then get back to us. I think that's fair. Yeah. All right, keep those super stickers coming in. So Vince. Road Dog. Oh my God. So I wanted to talk to you about this because this is also another thing outside of the scope of wrestling, which is what we absolutely love. Okay. All right. So Vince, real quick, you asked what do you get for that ticket? So this is from WWE. Main stage events like roundtable discussions with WWE superstars. So you have like Michael Cole sitting up there with 4 wrestlers or whatever. Live podcast recording. So I'm assuming Cody does his and Undertaker does his. And gaming tournaments. So I'm assuming 2K. You can enter to play that. Immersive exhibits such as memorabilia museums, photo ops on iconic sets, and behind the scenes like gorilla position. So they also have a thing, Vince, like 9 different things that are like they make up what the gorilla position looks like, and you can walk through and take a picture with stuff like that.
I got to tell you, Coach, I remember this vividly. WrestleMania 10 was my first WrestleMania with the company. And I can tell you this without a shadow of a doubt. There was a fan fest. And we're talking about Madison Square Garden. There was a fan fest. You paid to get into the fan fest. You paid $0 for autographs from the talent. And I could tell you that because I was the magazine, and I still have pictures of it. At my booth was what was Medusa called at the WWE? Alundra Blaze.
Yeah.
And Adam Bomb. They were at my booth, but you paid the ticket to go in, which I bet you was $50, and whoever was in there, you didn't pay for an autograph. It was part of the ticket.
WrestleMania 16 was my first one, and it was also that way. And the only way they decided is people would go in and say Stone Cold was signing autographs. They would count like 300 people and then cut off the line. But you didn't have to buy an extra ticket.
Right.
Now, regular autograph shows like sports ones, you do. You pay the $15 to get in. I covered one years ago, Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and what they would do, they'd pay Wilt $100,000 to show up, and they would sell 1,000 tickets at $150. So the company is going to make $50,000 plus $15 for 1,000 people to go through a line for Wilt, and it was just like they didn't even look up. It was just bam, 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 bam. Yeah. So those are autograph shows. This shouldn't be like that, but it's a new day. Yeah. We do have some numbers, Vince, for you. 2026 Major League Baseball Home Run Derby in Philadelphia. Tickets generally range from around $380 to over $1,000 for premium seating. But the Home Run Derby, you're going to
that's not what I'm talking.
So Double D just sent this to me. Okay. We're talking Fan Fest Double D. By the way, I got a video we got to show later, Vince, just to get I got to get your feedback on it. And it involves Double D, a female. It was very awkward. It was very awkward. Speaking of leave it to Producer Man to give us the correct information.
Thank you.
Recent host cities have priced regular admission around $35 for All-Star Village. $35 per person with discounts for kids, seniors, Experience Pass. Once you're inside, use the digital All-Star Experience Pass to make reservations for meet legends, get their autographs, photo ops at no additional charge.
Wow.
Package and VIP options. Some traveler VIP packages through third parties may bundle village tickets with game tickets, hotel, sometimes enhanced. But basically, it's $35. No money for autographs.
Yeah, I know, Coach. A couple of years ago, man, do you remember when there was that controversy where the All-Star game was supposed to be in Atlanta, but there was a big controversy about the law they passed where if you gave somebody a bottle of water standing in line, remember all that nonsense?
Yes.
Well, at the 12th hour, they moved it to Coors Field. And I went to the fan festival, and bro, the talent comes in on the red carpet. They're all dressed to the nines and stuff. Yeah. Bro, $0. Zero. I paid nothing to go to the MLB experience. Zero.
I'm almost at my wit's end. I really am. Because now, here's what's happened is 8 months ago, when you and I were at the front of the line complaining about this, I didn't have Off the Ropes on SiriusXM. We weren't nearly as big as we are now. Now we get quoted everywhere. People send us stuff, sending us topics. I get this all the time, and I know you do too. Coach, can you please talk about this on Coach and Bro tomorrow? And it's all these different topics. Vince, this is obscene.
Yeah.
This is absolutely obscene what they are doing to these fans who are the reason why you get these billion-dollar deals. And I don't know what it's going to take, but I'm almost up to here.
Well, Coach, you're also not bringing this up. We are losing sight of this, guys. We are losing sight of this. Believe it or not, some children are still fans. So again, man, if I am that working parent trying to pay my bills, trying to put food on the table, with the way things are today, and my son wants an autograph of CM Punk, bro, I got to take a mortgage out on the house. Think about that, guys. There's still kids involved in this. These aren't all 30, 40, 50-year-old marks wanting an autograph. Kids still want autographs, man.
Dad, can I go meet Cody Rhodes?
Yeah.
No, son. I'm sorry. Why not, Dad? Because it's $400.
Yes, exactly.
Per autograph. What are we doing? You told me a couple weeks ago, I made the mistake of saying, these are not dumb people at the top of TKO. But the fact that they continue to do this, the fact that they have not sold any tickets the last 2 or 3 weeks to WrestleMania. We are stuck right around 36 or 37. Vince, they are going to come up with every reason under the sun except what they have done. And I think finally the fans are starting to talk, and I don't wish this on anybody, but Vince, I would love nothing better than for both nights to be under 45,000. So they got to spend half the day on Saturday and Sunday putting up the tarps and covering up those empty seats at the top of the stadium because they can't admit they made a mistake bringing it back this year to the same place again.
And guys, I think I could speak for the coach here. Guys, you got to understand this has nothing to do with Coach and Bro. They want the WWE to fail. No, this is greed, bro. This is greed. That's what this is. Greed, greed, greed. And I'm sorry. I am never going to be on the side of greed, Coach.
Never.
Not when I've had the same price to subscribe to Russo's brand for the last decade. For the last decade, it's been the same price. So I'm sorry. This is not a WWE thing. This is a greed. This is a money grab. This is, now you're shutting the kids out. That's what all of this is. This could be any company. Coach just told you what Major League Baseball was charging. This could be any company, and we would feel the same exact way.
And for the record, you can always speak for me on any other of your shows. I trust you that much.
Thank you.
Vince, so somebody just sent me, I kid you not, on Twitter. Oh my God, you got to be kidding me. All right, so somebody's listening to the show, Vince, and they just said that they've just put the Hall of Fame on sale, and they sent me the layout, the seat layout, and the floor seats are almost sold out. Vince, this is the Hall of Fame where the biggest name is AJ Styles, with all due respect, and then you've got Stephanie McMahon. And then you've got a tag team. I can't remember who the tag team is. Vince, floor seats over $750 to the Hall of Fame.
Okay, can I make another comparison?
Of course.
When they have the Hall of Fame induction ceremony in Cooperstown, Coach, you know how much admission is?
Don't they sit on the grass like for
Zero.
free?
Zero. You get there first, you're in, and you don't pay any. That's the only thing. You got to get there first.
First come, first serve.
Zero.
Right?
Zero, Coach.
Oh my God.
Come on, man. What are we doing here, man? Come on.
The 200 section, if you don't want to be on the floor, $425. If you want to sit all the way up, $175. To the Hall of Fame. What are we talking about?
What do you think? What would the owners of TKO, Shapiro, and our good friend Ari, what would they think about? What would they think about Coors Field selling tickets for $1 to anybody over 65?
They would find out who the owner is and be like, "Hey, the owner doesn't know what he's doing." Clearly, the owner doesn't know what he's doing.
And it's 55, as a matter of fact. You go to a Rocky game 2 hours before the game, 55 and over, you pay $1 to go to the game, Coach. And look at these prices. It's real. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Who's paying these prices?
Somebody is, because the floor seats are almost sold out. By the way, I need to apologize because it's demolition. Now I'd pay $750.
Yes,
I'd pay $750 for demolition.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Double. I will not bring him on. I've been to Baseball Hall of Fame for inductions. I have experience. Everything is free except going into the museum. Even the Parade of Legends is free if you want to tell Coach. So Double D sent that to producer man because he's scared to come on because of you.
Yeah, exactly. And he very well should be. But bro, I just went to the Hall of Fame, and I think the ticket to get in was like $15. I think it was not expensive at all.
Oh my God! All right, we're gonna put a pin in that, but we're gonna keep our eye on this because I think this is the first year where they start to take a downhill slide, and it's all their own fault. And they're gonna say, "Well, people are still buying it." Not everybody. Not everybody.
Coach, are you in the mood to cut a promo on somebody?
I would love to.
Okay. Mean Wrestle. This guy doesn't know who Demolition is? You have no business talking wrestling. Take it away, Coach.
What was the name again?
I'm going to sit back and watch this. Mean Wrestle.
Mean Wrestle. First and foremost, you're in my chat. You came to my show. And I don't know about wrestling. I said a tag team that I can't remember that they announced 2 days ago. It wasn't like they announced it a month ago. What are we talking about? I don't know wrestling. I spent 14 years in the WWE. 17 WrestleManias I've been a part of.
Tag team champion.
I'm a former tag team champion of the world. And you want to tell me I don't know tag teams? They talk about me in the same breath as Demolition, the Road Warriors, the Hardy Boys, the Dudleys, Edge and Christian. And you think I don't know wrestling? I'll be more
100 feet away from the 18th green.
100 feet away. Players Championship. Biggest golf match in the world for the PGA Tour. Are you calling it Mean Street? No, I don't think you are. You can turn into the ESPN app tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. The same app that WWE has their PLEs. I'll be the face tomorrow. I'll be the voice tomorrow. And you'll still be watching my shit. I don't know that.
All right, Coach.
Enjoy the show.
I don't think Mean Street is. What the hell's his name again? Mean Street?
Mean Street? I don't know.
You know what? People that put like names in the chat, it's like when you have your name on Twitter without a picture, and all you do is insult people. Put a picture up there. Show me who it is. Because you wouldn't say it to my face. We know that, Mean Street. All right, I got to calm down a little bit. That was actually kind of fun. I started a new segment, Vince, on my Sirius show, Off the Ropes. By the way, I mentioned you 3 times today.
All right, thank you very much.
3 times today. I said on today's show, if Tony Khan wants to take a big bite out of the WWE universe right now, the first hire I'd make is Vince Russo. I said that today.
Oh, that's very nice.
I said
Thank
that
you
too.
very much.
It's true. You're welcome. You know who else has been kind of out there on social media? And this is where I need to explain to our audience just how big of a genius Logan Paul is. Logan Paul is the only WWE superstar that can not only piss off the WWE fan base, but now he can piss off the NFL players and fan base to the point they are losing their minds. And behind closed doors, I promise you, Vince, Logan Paul is laughing and laughing and laughing and laughing. We talked on Monday. He got the call. Everybody thinks it was a work from Chris in Talent Relations. You can't fight Le'Veon Bell. So Le'Veon Bell, what does he do? Athletes don't understand the WWE. So he started running his mouth. I'm pulling up on the WWE. Really? What city would you be pulling up in? And which show would you be going to? NXT? SmackDown? Raw? Evolve? AAA? Which one are you going to, Le'Veon? So he started getting out over his skis, Vince. So he had to write an apology on X today. And I'd like to read it to you. I love the WWE. I love all the wrestlers and what they do. Name one, Le'Veon. Name one. I respect, and in capital letters, the craft. I tweeted wrestlers aren't real athletes out of frustration. But in reality, they are great athletes. So again, my apologies. And he and another guy named Emmanuel Acho, I had to call out on. Do you know who Emmanuel Acho is?
I do not know.
Yeah, so Emmanuel Acho was a running back, played a little bit in the NFL, and he got his big break when Oprah made him one of the books of the hero. He wrote a book called The Confessions of a Black Man or something like that. And he had the book of the month on the Oprah show. So, of course, he blows up. So Fox gives him a bunch of money to do their own show, do his own show, and that ended like a year or two ago for various reasons. Let's just say that. So he started his own little podcast. And Vince, if you watch him, it's like every video is, I'm smarter than you are. I'm bigger than you are. Listen to what I have to say because I'm God. That's the air that he comes off with. And he was just like, this Logan Paul's an idiot. He goes, Logan Paul, he might be athletic, but he's not an athlete. What are we talking about? He's an actor, not an athlete. Oh, Vince, I had to defend the business. And I said, Emmanuel, anytime I'll find a ring, you can run ropes. You'll last about 3 times back and forth. You'll be sucking wind, so you can't open that big pie hole of yours.
Yeah. So, somebody making that kind of comment about Logan Paul, they've never seen him in a wrestling ring. There's no way. I mean, this guy is a blue chip athlete. There's no way this person has ever seen him perform.
So let me ask you this, because this screams work all the way home. So you know the big flag football game that Tom Brady's getting $75 million for? Well, apparently Logan Paul's a part of this thing. So I'm assuming if the WWE doesn't let Logan Paul box, they're not going to let him play flag football 3 weeks before WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So Rob Gronkowski is also a part of this thing. Now, I don't know if Logan was a part of it when it was in Saudi Arabia, but they just moved it yesterday. Okay, it's on March 21st, a week from Saturday. And so Gronk went on one of the morning shows and said that he'll walk right up to Logan Paul and fight him on the practice field. Do you believe Gronk? And he cut a little bit of a promo because, he has history in the WWE.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Is this all a work or what?
Absolutely. Without a shadow of a doubt. And especially, Coach, when you're telling me the ticket sales, they're going to have to pull rabbits out of their hat as we get closer and closer and closer to WrestleMania.
Oh, this isn't WWE. It's not WWE.
But
No.
I was reading, though, today. I was reading Le'Veon Bell. That's his name, correct?
Le'Veon
Bell. I was reading today where he was saying he's going to show up at WrestleMania.
Correct.
Right.
For Logan Paul.
Right.
This is a flag football game that is completely separate. So this is a Fanatics thing. Fanatics.
Okay.
And Logan Paul is a part of it because Tom Brady has a big stake in Fanatics. And so Tom Brady, when he sells autographs, it's only through Fanatics. He has a big deal with them.
Right, but what I'm saying is they could not be shooting an angle outside of the WWE to bring to the WWE?
Absolutely, they could, and I think
Right.
they are. Yeah, I think they are because they shot some video the other day, Tom Brady and Gronk, where they called
I
Logan
saw
Paul
that.
a
I
big
saw it. Yeah,
100. I think Tom Brady's going to be because also remember he's a part owner in the Raiders.
yeah.
What stadium are they playing in?
Vegas.
The Raiders.
There you
Yeah.
go. Okay. Yeah.
So he's going to
Okay.
be a part of it. He's going to be a part of it. All right, let's get into some super stickers. The big new podcast star, all the way down under, smartest Mark alive, says, fun question. Who is one wrestler you thought would be a huge star and never realized their potential? And who was a guy you thought would be nothing? This is a great question. And turned out to be a star. Man, this is a great question, Vince. Man. Oh, man. Wow. Do you have an answer to yours yet?
You know, Coach, I have to say this about myself. Now, I may not be 100 feet away from the 18th hole at Pebble Beach, wherever the hell you are, but I will say this, Coach. Coach, I gotta, bro. One thing about me, I've got an eye like for the it factor. Like I can tell if somebody's got it or doesn't have it. There's a huge difference. You feel it when it's the aura when you're around somebody and you either have it or you don't. So, you know, when I see a question like this, really nobody. I mean, there's really nobody that I thought was going to get super over and didn't, and nobody that got super over that I didn't think was going to get super. I'll be honest.
Okay.
Not really.
Well, I've got one right now. I've got one. Because a lot of people don't know that one of my day job in the WWE on the road was to do all the interviews. I also did character development. So they would send guys in and we'd work on promos and things and then we'd send the tapes back to talent relations, right? So I'll never forget Kofi Kingston would come in 2007, 2006, and he wanted to do this Jamaican accent character. And I remember him practicing it, and he was committed to it. And he was like, this is going to get me over. And Vince, he was on the brink of just being out of the WWE. They didn't have anything. And I remember when we stopped working with him, I thought to myself, I love this guy. He's a good human being. He was dating his wife at the time, and then they didn't even have the kids yet. And I did not think that he was going to have a career in the WWE based off of the work that I did with him.
Right.
And guess what? That work didn't work for him.
Yeah.
They found the new day. So I'm so glad Kofi did that. So I would say he was somebody I didn't think. Now the other side of it, who was? Oh man. Oh gosh. I'm gonna have to think about this one. I'll think about it and I'll get. But it's I don't know because most of the people we worked with, once we got to work with them, they were already stars.
Exactly. Yeah, they were there.
They were already stars.
They were there. Yeah.
All right, smartest Mark. Thank you for the question, though. All right, 5-star. You're gonna get 2 spots on the wheel. Coach and Bro, Vince, you're good friends with Jeff Jarrett, and Coach, you have friends in AEW, and you guys can't get Tony Khan on your show. What are we doing here, guys? 5-star. Understand this. We have invited him ad nauseum. I have heat with Tony Khan. How do I know that? They called and told me so. And the reason I have heat, still to this day, makes me laugh. And I told AEW, if this is why Tony Khan won't come on one of my shows, I said it's the most ridiculous reason in the world, Vince.
Guys, do you know, I in the podcasting game, and, Coach and I are in the podcasting game.
Yep.
Do you know how much money is being left on the table because people don't have sense of humors? Guys, I would do a show with Dave Meltzer tomorrow. Tomorrow, I would do a show with Dave Meltzer. And do you know how many people would watch that show? But here's the problem. And Tony, I would give anything to interview with Tony Khan. Guys, here's the problem. For some reason, there's such a level of, people in the wrestling business, Coach, and I don't know why, bro, they take things so freaking seriously.
I know.
And you know what? You know who that cheats? It cheats the fans. Do you guys really think for 1 minute if Tony Khan came on this show, do you really think for 1 minute Coach and I are going to be rude to him? I'll tell you what, we're not going to kiss his ass, but we're going to ask him a lot of things like, Tony, we don't understand why you do that. Tony, why the scrum? Explain to us the scrum. And I can't tell you how many times, Coach, and I'm sure you've interviewed a billion people. Mm-hmm. I can't tell you how many times when I'm with somebody that I disagree with, and then I hear their side, and I'm like, okay, I get that. I can see that. That's what's missing in wrestling. Because, my God, bro, there are people that just take wrestling way, way, way too seriously, man.
The line that I hate in wrestling is, well, that can't be done because when maybe in the NFL, NBA, you got rules. Wrestling, there's no rules.
Right.
Tony Khan could go on Monday Night Raw if he so chose, and they worked it out. And we learned from Vince McMahon, and you may not like him, but you don't know him. We do. And the one thing Vince always taught us, if it makes sense for the business, you do it.
Yep.
I sat there. I was standing 3 feet away. Now, Armakatayan says that I'm a liar. And I said, really? And this was 2 years ago. He did not respond because I put this story on social media. He was like, that's bullshit. That didn't happen. And I said, really? Let's come on a show together and let's talk about it. He didn't even respond because he knows I'm right. And here's what happened. Armakatayan was doing 60 Minutes back in the day. And he was sitting 3 feet from Vince. I was standing 3 feet away because Vince, he liked me being around him. And remember, he sat down with Bob Costas years ago. They hated each other. But Bob Costas had a big show. It was called The Real Sports, something like that on HBO. Armakatayan, 60 Minutes. He pissed Vince off so badly that Vince smacked the black thing out of his hand, and Armakatayan started shaking. He was so scared. And I said that. He's like, no, it wasn't. That didn't happen. Hey, you can admit you're scared around Vince McMahon. It's okay. But Vince sat down with him knowing that he came in at an angle hoping to rip him to shreds in that piece.
Yeah.
And Vince knew that.
Yeah.
And he still sat down because he, at that time, needed to push the deals forward. He needed to get bigger, 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 bigger.
Yep.
That's what Vince taught us.
Yeah.
So, to your question, we would love to have Tony.
I'd love
any
it. I would
any
love
AEW star.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, the reason I have heat, if you guys want to know, is because about 6 or 8 months ago, I said Britt Baker wanted to go to the WWE. And they called me and said, that's not true. She's under contract. I said, that's not what I said. I said she wants to go to the WWE. And they're like, well, and what have they done since? They extended her contract without bringing her back on TV. I wonder who was right.
Yeah.
Stop doing that. Stop doing that. All right, smartest mark alive. Another one for fun question. Who is one wrestler? Sorry. Okay, I got to go down here. Traffic Jam. Good day, Coach and Vince. I just want to say thank you for making this the best show to watch. Question, should Brock Lesnar face Obafemi at WrestleMania 42? Please, no LA Knight. Go JCW.
I'm hearing LA Knight is hurt too, as a matter of fact, and he's questionable from what I'm understanding for WrestleMania now, Coach.
Yeah, so the other night, I'm hearing that too. This is one of the questions I was going to ask you about Monday night, so we'll just talk about it right here quickly, is that they have right now 4 matches official, I think, for WrestleMania. The 2 men's and then the two women's. And yet, normally when you're less than 40 days away, Vince, from the biggest show of the year, you're trying to fill up, and they've just announced 14 matches, 7 on each day. But yet the other night, Vince, you had a 6-woman gauntlet match to be a number 1 contender, not for WrestleMania, for next Monday in San Antonio. So what are we doing from a creative perspective that we're wasting an hour on Raw? It was an hour.
You're not wasting it, Coach, because what that is freaking Netflix saying we're paying you a lot of money. At what point are you going to start delivering? This is not just about them booking WrestleMania, because now we're starting to see championship matches, more on SmackDown and Raw. They would not be doing that, Coach, if they weren't being forced to do that.
I didn't even think about that. I'll be honest with you.
No doubt. They would not be doing it. They're being forced to do that.
The other thing I thought of is it almost feels like a consolation prize to Bayley because they have screwed her over, 3-4 years in a row? She won the Royal Rumble, had a match at WrestleMania, and they didn't even advertise her.
Yeah.
And then she got laid out. Remember last year she gets laid out to give somebody else a spot? And they didn't even pay that off. We don't even know really who laid her out.
Well,
I can't remember.
Here's what we do know.
What's
she
that?
She did cut a promo or do a interview around the same time they didn't use her at WrestleMania, talking about them not using her. Remember when she said, I don't get paid for commercial. I don't get called for commercials to be a guest on television shows. I don't understand it. And Coach, when stuff like that happens, all of a sudden you go right to the doghouse.
And that doghouse can be something where you've got a ticket for about a year,
exactly.
2 years. It's a long-term stay. It's a long-term stay hotel in that doghouse, and it's the worst place to be. It's the worst place to be. Lonnie Mead. Oh, this wheel's going to be big tonight, Vince. What up, fellas? Did you see how much you have to pay to get an actual WrestleMania ticket? I'm a father of two, do pretty well, but can't afford these WWE prices.
There you go.
Vince, I've seen stubborn before. Mark Shapiro, before he got involved with Ari, he was at ESPN, but he left and went to run Six Flags for Daniel Snyder, who was the owner of the Washington Redskins. And so you've got a guy who ran ESPN or helped run ESPN, Six Flags, and then you're going to put him in front of a company that's a fighting company, that's a wrestling company. There's no wonder he says stupid shit all the time. And now he's getting called out on it. And what does he do? He doesn't answer it. He doesn't sit there and go through and answers questions. He just says, we're just here for the stockholders, who, by the way, Vince, Ronda Rousey is coming back to fight. They did a press conference yesterday. She shredded TKO, shredded them over ticket prices and putting your stockholders in front of the actual people that they're watching.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. Your fan base is the most important thing, period, end of story. And look at Lonnie. This is a father. I mean,
right.
He's, there's thousands of Lonnies out there.
And what's going to happen when, let's say one of Lonnie's kids is 12. In 12 years, when he might be a young father himself, do you think he's going to say, man, I got to go to WrestleMania because I remember when I was 12 and my dad took me? That's what wrestling is. That's what Vince taught us. Yeah. It's about paying it forward, paying it down. So every generation goes, Vince. It's going to get cut. And so then in 8 or 9 years, you're not going to have this. You're not going to have this. And they don't see it. How does Triple H not stand up and not tell them? Because Nick Khan has not been a part of this. Triple H has, though. That's why I don't give him a pass. He knows better.
Yeah.
He knows better. All right, you're going to get me fired up today, Vince. Boy, that promo got me fired up.
I swear to God, there is really something what you're saying. Because, guys, I swear, honestly, man, what Coach is saying is true. Because I remember, listen, man, I grew up an avid Kiss fan. I bought my first Kiss album when I was 16 years old. I was a Kiss fan my entire life. Then, Kiss took the makeup off. They broke up. Then there was the reunion tour. Mm-hmm. What was the first thing I did? I took my boys. And let me tell you something. The Kiss reunion tour, Coach, was not $700. I can tell you that. But that is true. What you're saying is true. Fathers love to pass things down to their sons. I remember the first ball game my father took me to. Coach, Shea Stadium. Guess Giants, Mets. Guess how much box seats were? I'll never.
Oh my God. This. Oh my God.
Box seats. Shea Stadium.
Box seats. $10? $4?
$4 for box seats the first time I ever went to Shea Stadium. But that's true. Father, son, it's the bonding. It's the bonding. And now you're making bonding unaffordable? That's greed, man.
It's greed. Vince, you know what I did 8 days ago, a week ago yesterday. I had the unbelievable honor of being the last speaker for Gabriel Iglesias, Fluffy, the world-famous comedian. He got a star on the Walk of Fame. I found out my dad, who had a heart transplant 7 years ago, had watched all of his specials to get him through when he was in the hospital for 5 months. So I flew him out to California.
Awesome.
Vince, I have it pinned. If anybody wants, I have it pinned on my X, like a bunch of pictures from last week. The best picture, me, my dad, and Fluffy.
That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. Those freaking moments, man. And they're taking those moments away from the fans.
What is this? Are you kidding me right now? Elite VIP package, $46,000? What are we doing?
That's got to be a rip, Coach.
No, it's not. That's straight. No, it's not. You got to be kidding me. No, it's not. It's still on sale. This is Ticketmaster. $46,000, $11,000, and this is for one ticket. $8,900, $6,400.
Coach, for the
two tickets. Sorry,
for the $46,000 price.
Yes.
Does the girl with the ram horns come down to your seat and give you and the other ticket holder a back massage, bro? Do I get that for the $46,000? Is that part of the deal?
This is
That's got to be.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
That can't be real. That can't be real.
No, Vince, it is. It's Ticketmaster. It absolutely is real. Absolutely is. They're right now. Mikey and producer man are looking everything up right now in real time. In real time.
And Coach, can we add to this? Can we add to this? Guys, yes. I can remember, Coach, I think I was 12. I can remember Ali Frazier won Madison Square. I can remember, I think I was in the 6th grade. I can remember that. Here's my question, guys. What are you paying $46,000 to see? What are you seeing, bro? What are you seeing for $46,000? Who are you seeing? CM Punk against Roman Reigns? That's worth $46,000?
You need to stop. You need to stop right now because this is for only one ticket, Vince. I was mistaken. This is for one ticket.
Well, the girl with the ram horns is not only going to give you a back massage, she's going to rub your feet for the $46,000, Coach.
Section A1, row 5, 2 tickets at $11,000 per, $23,000. They're literally right now backstage. They're putting these through like we're going to buy them to see if we're right. Producer man's the absolute best. The absolute best. This is embarrassing. All right, let's get back to our super stickers. Like people that actually pay us real like $7. It's worth $7. Can you imagine we charge $7? We show up on a show. All right, today super stickers. The lowest is $300. If you want to ask us a question,
$300,
all the way up
right.
to $750. $750. We'll fly to your house and answer the question. Holy shit! What are we doing? Oh my god! That includes a plane ticket for me and Vince to do a private show just for you.
Yes. And I will give you that back massage. Yes.
I will not rub your feet. All right, six rings, double D might. Did you hear what Orton said? Kayfabe is dead and champs lack the physique. Where does he rank on your list? He's in my top 5 to 7. Here's what I love about Randy Orton is that he now does not give a shit. And he knows he just signed a 5-year deal. And I think he's pissed off, to be quite honest with you. And the reason is all of last year, they used him nada. He didn't get to be a part of John Cena's retirement tour. Not at all. They had him in Saudi Arabia riding brand new roller coasters as a shoot. He wasn't even in the United States part of the time. And so he did this interview, Vince, and he's like, kayfabe's dead. I hate it, talking about unreal. And so I think there's a lot of these guys like Randy at his age that are like, I'm done with this shit.
Oh, yeah. You could tell. You could tell by watching the show who's checked out and collecting a paycheck. You could tell watching the show. There's no question about it.
There's video of, I think it was the Chamber, and he was laying there. And, you know, like in the Rumble where you're just like kind of killing time, you're knocked down, and he's literally having a conversation with somebody in the front row. And he's laughing and talking because he was waiting for some other move to go on. I was like, that's Randy in a nutshell.
Yeah.
That's Randy in a nutshell. So great. So great. All right, T. Dunn. You're going to be on the wheel. Absolutely, I'd go to a live show at Calhoun's in Boston. Oh, that'd be fun, Vince. Great
Yeah,
Chinese food.
Boston. What, yeah.
I know you have amazing memories after the show. $50 for the show plus Mai Tais on me. Done. I think our first live show, Vince, needs to be at Calhoun's in Boston.
That'd be awesome, man. Boy, I love Boston, man.
I've been thinking a lot about that live tour. I really want to do it with you. I really, really do.
I think we'd have a blast, man.
We would. So just so you guys know, a promoter reached out to us. So we're kind of going over the logistics right now because Vince is very busy with JCW. So my schedule not so much, but Vince is very, very busy. Hitesh, you are a premium member, and by the way, somebody asked me today on social media, when are you guys starting the watch-alongs with me and Vince and Tommy? Hopefully, we're going to do one a month. Hopefully, by the end of March, we'll do one. I got to figure it out. I'll be home Monday for a whole month so I can actually work on it. I've been so freaking busy. But one a month, premium members only. There will be no freebies. Premium members only. $7 a month. Come on, guys. Come on. All right. I think WWE may not go to Saudi for a long time. Also, even if they do, if the conflict carries on, there is no way in hell The Rock will go to WrestleMania 43. So, Vince, this is a big deal that nobody's talking about. Because when you look at a map, Saudi, the UAE, Abu Dhabi, all of them are in that same area as Iran and Israel and all that. Vince, if I was a superstar, I don't give a damn if it's a year from now. I ain't going.
Oh, I'm with you, Coach. I mean, God, I didn't go outside of the country. I didn't go to England for crying out loud. I didn't want to go. But no, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I wonder, I don't know how the money works. I know it's a bot show. And for those of you who don't, a bot show is when somebody, a town, a city, a country will pay a company to come and do a show there. So there's a lot, like singers make a ton of money doing this, like Rihanna, Justin Bieber. They'll get like $5 million for a 45-minute set for the King of India. So there's a lot of money out there. WWE got paid reportedly $250 million to do WrestleMania there. Reportedly. Catman 580. We'll see you on the wheel. 38 days remaining until WrestleMania. Could anything be done to gain interest to sell more ticket sales, or is it dead on arrival in your guys' opinion? Dead on arrival.
Well, we can fairly say this. Nothing wrestling related. It would have to be some kind of publicity stunt. Outside of that, with the rosters they have and the way they've booked for the last year, there is nothing they can do wrestling related to sell tickets. Nothing. It would have to be some type of a Bad Bunny against a Jelly Roll. It would have to be a gimmick.
They've already tried the 25% off. That did nothing. They've already tried bringing code
25% off $46,000, Coach.
Well, you know what you didn't hear what they did?
What?
They raised the prices 25%.
Of course they did.
So when they brought it back down, it was the same price.
Yeah, of course.
It was the same price.
Yeah.
By the way, 25% off, $46,000 for one. Can you imagine somebody paying 46? I can't get over that number. I mean, are you? And you're sitting there going, can you imagine Travis Scott comes walking down? You're like, hey man, worth every dime. Travis, come sign my belt, the same one that you can't carry because you're not strong enough. How about that, Travis Scott? What are we doing? Cena, I love you, but don't try to sell me that was the big surprise. Jimmy Fingers. He was our MVP on Monday's show.
Jimmy, yes.
Vince, what is this appearance in Massachusetts all about in May? I don't know what it's all about. I'm going to come out. Those ticket prices are very reasonable. Yeah, Wait a second. Are you burying the lead on me?
I'm doing this. I'm doing this convention, man. I'm doing this convention up there in Massachusetts in May. Yes.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
I thought that we were partners. I thought what you do, I do. What I do, you do. That we do so well.
Coach, you're traveling the world, bro. You're 100 feet from Pebble Beach, Augusta, wherever the heck
Sawgrass.
you are.
Sawgrass.
Sawgrass. Come on now. I very rarely make appearances, but they reached out, and here's the first question I always ask: who's going to be there, because I'm not going to deal with any morons.
Is there anybody that if they were there, you wouldn't go?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Even if they said, we're going to have you on one side of the convention center, and
nah,
we'll have that person on the other side.
Not worth the headache. Not worth the headache.
What if you had me there to kind of be your muscle?
Yeah. I appreciate you being the muscle, but at my age, Coach, I don't want no freaking headaches. It's not worth it to me, you know?
Okay. Well, tell for any promoters out there watching right now, and others, so we have a combo price that if you called both of us, we kind of fly from the same part of the country. It's not going to be that much different.
And we could do a Coach and Bro show.
That's the key.
That
you can do a
the
Coach
key.
and Bro show. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. That's what we're going to attach the tour to.
Yeah.
It's going to be autograph
absolutely.
shows, JCW shows,
Yep.
wrestling shows. We will never go to a random city just to do a show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. By the way, he says your prices are reasonable. Do you know how much they're charging?
I do not know. I do. It's not 47 grand.
All right. It's so absurd. How do they look at that shit and not get embarrassed? And then they're moving people down the day of to fill those seats because they didn't sell them. Last year, a Hulk Hogan $2 million experience. Somebody should have bought that.
Yeah.
All right, Jimmy Fingers. I'm late to the show, guys. Anybody have any logical idea why they put the IC title on Penta right before the Judgment Day imploded? If Tom and Finn don't need a title, why does Randy and Cody?
Can I point something out to you guys, Jimmy? Guys, this is why I am so freaking critical, okay, bro, of everybody in that room. So we introduced Danhausen, okay? The first week Danhausen is on Raw. He puts a curse on Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio loses the Intercontinental title. The next week, not even mentioned. So you mean if I'm Dominic and this guy cursed me and I lost the title, I am not now going to be obsessed with, did he really curse me? What else can happen? Completely dropped. Guys, that is what I mean about shitty writing. How many times have I told you guys you have to protect everybody on the roster? So Danhausen puts a curse on Dominic. Dominic loses the title, and the following week, it is completely forgotten.
Let me ask you this. I want to run a scenario by you, what I would have done, and tell me if you like it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
What if we had Dom backstage, and he's watching a computer, a tape of when he beat John Cena to win back the Intercontinental title at Survivor Series. It was Survivor Series. And he's like reliving the memories, and all of a sudden Raquel and Liv come up and they're consoling him. And they're like, you haven't returned on calls. We haven't been able to get a hold of you all week. And he's just like, I just can't. This whole curse thing, it's not real. And then he says, I'm calling him out. And they walk out to the ring like they did on Monday. He starts to call out Danhausen, and that's when Finn walks out and says, shut up, stop worrying about him, worry about me. And that's how they get to it. You address it, and then it's still a thing he's thinking about, but you still could have got the Judgment Day thing.
Well, see, yes, 1,000%. And Coach, here's what we're talking about. These guys are in such a hole with WrestleMania. And when you look at the two main events, Coach and I spoke about this last week, you got 4 baby faces. 4 baby faces. Here's why you have no heels. Because if Dominic would have thought that he lost the title because of Danhausen, the next week, Dominic would have been looking to kick his ass. Okay, that's a heel. And we could have gotten out of it. Danhausen could have threw another curse on him. There's a million ways to get out of it. But Dominic would have been looking to kick his ass. No, Dominic forgot completely about it. That is why they're not getting people over.
Did Dominic forget about it, or did creative forget about it?
Obviously, obviously, creative. I'm talking about the character.
Yeah, of course. I'm just being facetious.
No, but that's the problem, Coach. That is the problem. Guys, when I'm writing JCW, I am sitting here with last week's script. I got 2 computer screens, Coach. Last week's script is up on my computer. Vince, what do we need to follow up on this week? That's how you write it. And if I see Dominic loses his IC title and I'm not addressing it the next week, I need to be fired because I don't know what I'm doing.
Vince, they would love to fire somebody, but they're busy putting out the Chelsea Green fires and everything else that they do. They've got 12 people in the room. You have one. And you don't forget that shit.
Exactly, Coach. Bingo.
101.
Bingo.
If you're a 22-year-old kid, if you're a writer right now and you want to make a difference, tell Triple H, Bruce, Eddie, all of them, not Road Dogg, and tell them what they have forgotten. Or walk in and write it on the whiteboard and said, these are the storylines that we have to continue. And stop forgetting. All right, Wall Rads, you got a spot on the wheel. This is a great show. Thank you. There's something about the two of you together. It's magic. I love your honesty. Coach, thanks for making this a place Vince genuinely enjoys. Friendship first and always. That's a great super.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
And this is real. This is real all the time. We become great friends.
Yeah.
We don't always agree either, but we respectfully disagree.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I love this show. I really do. I really do. So thank you, all rats. Sponge Quan, Coach Vince. This might be a nitpick, but earlier on Raw, you had the Usos eating and beating up the Vision. At the very end of the show, they're angry at Punk. Where is the continuity or continuity? Sorry, continuity. It's an interesting question. And I think they tried to tie it together with the Jackie Redmond interview. As they're walking out, Vince, she did an interview where she was asking him about what just happened with the Vision. They're like, we're not talking. And then they go, wait, maybe we do need to. She's like, why aren't you addressing what Roman Reigns and CM Punk? They go, maybe we do have. And they turn around and go back into the building. So that's how they tied it together. But it's a very good question.
Yeah, guys, listen, man, it's booking wrestling and writing a television show are two very different things. And this is where I always say, when it comes to writing a television show, Triple H, where's your resume? Bruce, where's your show me your resume. Show me your background in television writing. Michael Hayes, where's your resume in television writing? That's why you don't see continuity. There's no continuity in booking wrestling. None.
Let me throw this out at you, Vince. LA Knight and the Usos kidnapped Paul Heyman after Seth Rollins beat the shit out of Paul Heyman.
Yep.
This week, they did not mention it
at
all.
Exactly. Coach, we did a thing last week where we got this clown tag team, the Brothers of Funstruction.
Oh, I'm aware of them.
Right, but Vito, at the end of last week's show, outed them and said, you dudes are in the witness protection plan. I know who you are, at the very end of the show. When you tune in this Thursday night, Coach, who do you think is opening the show?
The Brothers of Funstruction and Vito.
Okay. Like, how hard is that? How hard? You leave with a cliffhanger. When we come back, the people are tuned in because they want to know what's going to happen. How hard is that?
It's not. But instead, they spent probably 3 to 5 hours going to a store buying 25 hoodies and 25 ski masks so they could all bump into each other. Can you imagine all those guys telling their moms, "I'm going to be on Raw tonight, Mom"? Which one? The dude.
We talk about this for a second?
Of course.
Because we're missing, guys. We're missing the punchline on this thing, which is absolutely brilliant. Okay, bro, you know damn well Seth Rollins has his wrestling academy in Iowa. Yep. You know damn well every single one of those guys were his students. That's how he sells his wrestling school. Hey, guys, pay me 10 grand, whatever it is, and I'm going to get you a spot on Raw. Bro, they're all carnies. Like, they're all freaking carnies. Every single one of those guys came from Rollins' school. I guarantee you.
Well, we know that the week before the two, we know they were.
Right,
We know they were. You can also throw in, and you guys will travel
Yeah.
because it was in Seattle. You guys will travel with me too. Oh my God. I was
It's
just like,
unbelievable.
when Adam Pearce had the line, I could do without that. I wanted to scream, so could we. So could
Yeah,
we.
that was one of the most ridiculous things like I've ever seen. Like, it's like, because when I see something like that, my question always is like, where are we going with this? Like, why? Where you? This is this an angle? Is this a story? Like, where are we going with this?
Vince, he didn't even breathe a word. He didn't say anything. Nothing. He said nothing. So we don't even know right now if he's got an issue with the vision. Is this just a little tough love? Or are they still together? They did say Heyman was out medically, but we're talking about two of the biggest storylines. Heyman leaves. We mentioned neither one of them. Brock Lesnar's open challenge. Seth Rollins. You got to have, look, come on.
Coach,
Come
do
on.
you know 1 week on 1 week on WCW, like somebody got to me and dropped me on my head or something like that. They got heat on me, right?
Uh-huh.
The next week on the show, I had footage of brain surgery, claiming that I had brain surgery during the week. Okay, and these guys can't even follow up on LA Knight kidnapping Paul Heyman. They can't even follow up on that.
He was driving an ambulance. How do you not follow up on that? And if he's hurt, then tell me how he got hurt. Tell me how he got hurt. All right, we got a few more super stickers. And as always, because you guys are freaking amazing, I told myself I had to go to my room, get ready for golf tomorrow. And what do you guys do? I said an hour tops.
And
you guys always do that.
We're 24 minutes into Italy and Mexico, Coach. 24 minutes in.
All right, I need to know the score of that game. Somebody text it to me. All right, Lonnie Mead, I'm talking about the actual paper ticket on top of the regular price you paid for the ticket. I think you had a question earlier that tied into. I apologize, Lonnie. Not sure what you're talking about. If you put another one in there, I will put. See how much you have to pay to get an actual WrestleMania ticket. I'm a father of two. I see what he's saying. Now put the other one back up there. We're talking about the actual paper ticket on top of the regular price you paid for the ticket. It's insane. By the way, 0-0 bottom of the first. It's insane. And these fees. So people that don't know, Ticketmaster owns Live Nation. They just had a big judgment against them the other day for a monopoly because of all these fees. So the fees should be coming off in the next month or so because they're not going to be allowed to do it. And Vince, they have to sell some of their amphitheaters that they own. Wow. It was a big judgment against Ticketmaster, which it shouldn't shock us that WWE, their exclusive ticket distributor, Ticketmaster. Yeah. Frank, Coach and Bro, I'm starting to question ESPN's journalistic integrity now that WWE got ESPN to stop grading their PLEs online. Your thoughts? All right, so I had the guy who writes all these on my radio show on SiriusXM. This is not ESPN. This is all WWE.
You didn't have him. Did you have him again, or are you talking about the first?
I've had him twice. I had him Royal Rumble. I had him when this started back in February. His name's Andreas Hale is his name. And he made it very clear that ESPN did not give him any instruction whatsoever on what he could write. They wanted him to be honest because at networks, guys, they have a thing called an ombudsman. An ombudsman is somebody that they hire to keep them like this.
Even keel.
Keep them even keel. If they're doing something great, you say it. Something bad, they have to own that shit too. Andreas Hale was that for wrestling. And he gave the first one, WrestlePalooza. Remember, it was a C. It was a C. So to me, how petty is this? That clearly he didn't like the wrestling that was going on. And I have no idea what the grades were. But Vince, how petty for everything that they're dealing with, that's one of the issues that they have?
Yeah, and not only that, bro, a word we throw around here a lot, Coach, is pride. If you have any pride in your craft, you want him to grade the show.
1,000%.
You want him to grade the show because you're going to make sure there's never another C again, Coach. You're not going to say stop grading the show because you know what that tells me? They're all going to be C's. They're all going to be C's.
They don't care.
That should be the challenge. That should be the challenge.
A great leader walks in, Vince, prints it out, and puts it on the table
That's
the first
right.
time and says, guys,
Absolutely.
this is what they're saying about us. How do we get better? How
Yep.
do we fix this? And
Yep.
then you look yourself in the mirror. The problem is they're not looking themselves in the mirror
Right.
because they're ignoring everything because all of the big players are making shit tons of money.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's what they care about.
Yep.
That's what they care about. That's why they're doing this. Troy S., another wheel. Can you name one good thing TKO has done for the fans? Not one thing. That is called a failure. Love paying you guys and not them. Put my dog Appa on the wheel. All right, so Appa's on the wheel. The dog's on the wheel. Troy, thank you, first of all. Vince, I was actually thinking about this the other day. I thought to myself, what is one thing that I've heard a fan say about TKO that was just glowing in the last 6 months, let's say? And Vince, I haven't heard or seen one thing.
Yeah, I'm really sitting here, Coach, trying to think on that. Like, I guess the question is, what have they changed for the better? That would be the question, right?
That would be the question. The fans were supposed to enjoy the John Cena.
We would have to say this. We would have to say this. With the deals they've made streaming wise, ESPN, Netflix, they've made it more accessible for people to see.
Okay.
Now again, that's got nothing to do with the price. You got to pay to see it, but at least they've made it more accessible for more people around the entire world to see. That would be a positive.
And I would say, in response to that, people got to get over the whole, well, we got to pay $1,000. NBA's the same way. It's the new normal. Yeah. It's the new normal. They spread it out because people have their own apps direct. Paramount Plus, Peacock, all of them. I don't have an issue having to pay to watch wrestling. I don't. Vince, so Double D found that you're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe this. So an $18,000 ticket. This is kind of what Lonnie was talking about. Two $9,000 tickets are $18,000. How much do you think the fees are on $18,000 to go to WrestleMania?
So $18,000 per ticket?
No, it's two $9,000 tickets.
Okay. I would have to say they probably paid. God, I would probably say $250.
$250.
$250.
$250 in fees?
Yeah.
In fees? Try one service fee, $5,094.
Oh, come on. Coach,
the second tax fee, the taxes, $1,600. The total, if you buy two $9,000 tickets, is $24,748.88. I shit you not.
I just keep going back to who's buying these tickets.
Guys, if you stop for 2 or 3 years, it'll come back. You all have to stop for 2 years.
That's an automobile. Like, you literally can go buy
Correct.
an automobile for the price of seeing freaking AJ Lee and Becky.
A nice one. You get a nice Hyundai for that. Scott of the Masons. Creative has gone so lazy. Dan Howland will be their scapegoat, and he will just curse for storylines now.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, they're going to overdo the curse thing.
Yeah,
he's already
absolutely.
with Miz, Dom, and as entertaining as people say he is, and I'm trying to give him a chance, if we use him in 8 pre-tapes, Vince, he loses the entertainment value.
And they do that. That's exactly what they do, and that's exactly how they're going to book this dude. That's exactly what they're going to do.
They had him at the merch stand to put over. His shirt is #1 seller right now. Yeah. And so they went up and he put over like 8 shirts at the merch stand and put it out on their YouTube and all that kind of stuff. And I'm telling you, there's more people that watch YouTube. They have 112 million subscribers. More people that watch them there than watch Netflix and all that. You're overusing them.
Coach, you want to hear something that's so telling?
Of course.
Think about this. They don't think about this. Think about this. SmackDown is now 3 hours.
Yes.
Okay. The days of me watching a 3-hour SmackDown are long gone. So the YouTube clip, guess how long highlights are for a 3-hour show?
Oh God. Like 3-4 minutes.
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
So they're putting 10-minute segments on social media?
No, 10 minutes total. Like those were the highlights of the show.
So I can watch a 3-hour show in 10 minutes.
Absolutely. And here's the thing, Coach. Coach, you would think that 10 minutes is supposed to entice you to go watch the whole show, right? If I'm ESPN, if I'm Netflix, I would want people to see, oh my God, I got to go watch. No, you watch those 10 minutes and you sit there saying, God, I'm glad I didn't spend 3 hours watching that show.
It blows my mind. When pay-per-view was a thing, you could not show a finish, any of the pay-per-view for 5 days.
Show stills from the magazine. Stills.
And now this is the only thing I'd fault the networks on in Netflix is that they didn't put this into the deal.
It's got to be a window.
It's got
to be a window.
There's got to be.
Yeah.
By the way, Producer Man just said for YouTube monetization, the sweet spot is 8 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know that from our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Absolutely, 1,000%. Yeah.
Wow. All right. So, oh my God, my eyes are so bad. You know, when we're on for an hour and a half, I can't see anything. Thanos, thank you. Who should take over creative in WWE if Triple H gets fired? Anyone else should be able to improve the show a little bit. I wonder who that would be, Vince.
That's a great question, man. I mean, it's got to be somebody that understands wrestling and television, formatting a show. They've got to know TV. It's got to be that combination.
Bishop Dyer, Baron Corbin, he put over the new lady who's in charge of Raw now. He said she's really good and she's really smart. That's what he said.
Okay.
All right. Jimmy Finger says, Coach, the price for the convention for Vince. Wow, $10 for an autograph for you. $10.
Wow, that's awesome, bro. That's great.
That's awesome. That's great. Now it costs you $25 to get in, but $10 if you want to see Vince. But that's okay. I'm okay paying to get into a convention because there's usually other things you can do.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But don't gouge me. $10 is awesome. You're gonna have a long line, bro. You're gonna have a long line.
Yeah, because I don't do these. I once in a blue moon.
All right. It's nice of you to give them 30 minutes, too. It's really nice. Jack feels what CM Punk did to Roman Reigns 2 weeks ago. Do you think Roman Reigns will bring up his dog, Larry? And do you think CM Punk is turning heel? I think that the way they did the Uso segment Monday night told me that Roman was cool with it. His dad didn't die 9 months ago. He died like a couple of years ago. And they were able to use that in the segment with the Usos because we openly questioned, Vince, how would they move that storyline along without Roman Reigns being in the building? Yeah. I didn't mind it. I was into the promo. It just was the end of a show promo with one potato and no physicality.
Yeah.
And that's not always how I like a show to end. But it might have been the hottest thing on the show, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I think Roman already brought up the dog on the first segment 3 weeks ago. They've had 2 so far. So eventually we got 38 days. What else can they do to each other leading up to them that's going to stay hot until 38 days?
Yeah, man, it's God. This is just where you need a story so badly,
and there's not one
badly, man.
They're going back to 10 years ago. They're like, here's what you said about me 10 years ago. Blah 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 blah. All right, this is the last one. If any more come through, we're going to do them on Monday. All right, fair. ECAS, you guys think that Cody Rhodes ran up to Triple H after winning the championship like EOS guys? I don't get why you get hate, man. You speak the truth. ECAS, I say the same damn thing about Vince. I really do.
You know what was the most pathetic thing on Monday Night Raw, Coach? Come on, man. Like, please. Let me gather myself, Coach.
Oh, my gosh. This is serious, Vince. This is serious.
Coach.
Yes.
Rhea Ripley is having a face-to-face with Jade Cargill. Okay? Rhea Ripley is being a badass.
Yes.
This and that. She's holding the microphone like this, that, and the other thing. Okay? she's a badass. I'm going to do this to you, this, that to you, the other thing, making the crazy eyes, the whole 9 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, she's got a beret in her head, like right next to the camera. She's wearing a hair beret. Guess what the hair beret says?
There was writing. No,
Oh,
I didn't.
yeah.
I didn't
Oh,
see
yeah.
it. I didn't see it.
IYO. I'm like, are you?
Wait. Rhea's wearing an EO Sky beret?
Yes. And are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
Are you kidding me? This is your badass mommy on top wearing her girlfriend's. What are we doing, Coach? What are we doing?
All right, we're officially starting a new segment moving forward called "What Are We Doing?" And we're going to put certain things. I mean,
all you're seeing is EO. All you're seeing is a beret that says EO, and she's doing the mic drop. Really?
She is their biggest star. She's their biggest female star, and she's a tag teamer. That's what it is.
Oh,
all
God. Right. Jumping Jeff Farmer says the wedding is next week. The Rhea Ripley.
Oh, the Rhea. Okay. All right. 2 more quick ones, and then I got 4 things I have to do. Number 1, Roth 5012 says, "Do you two feel that it's important to have a job lined up before you quit your current job? Assume that you're financially secure for the near future." Who are you talking to? I'm divorced. What are you talking about? Like no. My ex-wife is. I'm not. No. I mean. And when people talk about retirement, I'm never retiring. This is fun. Would you guys not want to do this this is fun?
Yeah.
But no, anytime people say, "Oh, he's made so much money," you got to understand there's a lot that goes into this life. So no, but I do think that if you have the ability to quit, you should have something lined up unless you're financially secure. I would say that. Jimmy Fingers, people forgot how great the Usos can be when they are not playing rodeo clowns. That is the Usos I want to see. Jimmy, I agree with you. That's the Usos I want to see. The serious Jimmy, the serious Jay. That's it. All right. Now, 2 things we have left to do. Vince, I got to show you something and we'll make it very, very quick, but we got this new merch store, and whoever wins tonight on the wheel, they have a chance to get some new merch by Double D, who I know you have issues with. So here's what happened Monday night on our show, The Last Word. I like to call her my secret weapon, and you're about to see why, but I want everybody to focus on Double D in this segment. Producer man, if you don't mind.
Well, first of all, you mentioned marketing and merch, and no one has once yet talked about my shirt that I'm wearing, trying to sell for the brand, because I have to do everything around here. So until I get into Danhausen, because I have a lot to say, I guess I got to do everything. So, Coach, if you're listening, you're welcome. I'm wearing a Dirt Sheet Dan Double D shirt. I don't know if you can see it.
We can see it.
I don't know if you need me to go a little bit closer. Dirt Sheet Dan, DD. Dirt Sheet Dan is listening somewhere, having a heart attack. You're fucking welcome. First thing. Use the code Double D. That's actually spell out the word DOUBLED. You save 15%. Dan, I want a cut of it.
Okay, you can have a cut of the merch.
All right, relax.
We talked to
you got a cut. Look like you got a cut of it already.
I had to cut it myself for the sale, but like you're welcome. You know what I mean? Like I have to.
Danhausen is getting that cut.
Yeah, exactly. I
Okay.
was selling
merch.
Okay. Oh, all right. A couple of things. Vince.
Ahead, Coach.
All right. So what's with the thumbs up from Double D?
Well,
I
got to process this. Okay.
Yeah, I know there's a lot there.
Let's put Gabby's babushkas aside. Take her babushkas out of the equation, okay? Because, forget the babushkas. Hold on for a second.
Okay.
Now I'm asking myself this question. What is the bigger rib? That WrestleMania tickets are $47,000 or Double D has merch? Bro, Coach, I am not kidding around. Tell me that's a rib. tell me that. Do not tell me if these good people go to the merch store that there is actually, okay, yeah, mammy-pammy good.
It's right next to yours, Vince. It's right next to yours. Hot girls love Dirt Sheet Dan, and they can get a mamby-pamby all with 2 little clicks. And by the way, Double D, 50, that's a real thing. 15% off if you use the code Double D.
You talk about lowering the bar, bro. Oh my God, can the bar get any lower? And let me guess this. Let me guess. Gabby's Babushkas do not have their own T-shirt. Am I correct about that? I think I need to take over this merch store, Coach. Who's managing this merch store?
Well, it's technically, if I told you who it actually was, you wouldn't believe me anyway. I promise you. You wouldn't believe me anyway. Dirt Sheet Dan. The other part of it is, did you happen to notice he goes, yes, I will give you a cut, as if he dictates who gets the cut from the merch.
Bro, I didn't notice because he was looking at the babushkas and his voice went up like 5 octaves. Like that's what I was though. Relax, Dan. Relax, bro. Have a cream soda. Do something with yourself, man. Relax.
This is so great. This is so great. Oh my God. Okay. All right. So something just came to my attention that we have. So we're going to do the wheel next, and I know you guys have lives. I get it. But this just came in, Vince, and I don't even know what to. I don't even know what to do with it. Producer man. Oh God.
I love AI. I swear, people hate AI because they think, oh, it's going to take jobs, this and that. Come on, man. Look at this stuff. Are you kidding me, bro? I love this stuff. Tremendous. Yes, tremendous.
Oh my God.
The
crazy part is I love Cody. Like Cody would laugh at this too. He would laugh at this too. Oh my God.
So good.
Oh
so
my God.
Good,
That'd be awesome if like his hand was around him with the finger still out.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious. That'd be hilarious. All right. We've done enough damage. My God, how much fun is this? My God, how much fun is this? All right, we've got, you know what? I'm in the giving mood. I'm in the giving mood. Remember, Double D, if you go on your own, if you don't look at that.
Wow. I got to break out a magnifying glass for that.
Oh, all right. We're going to spin it twice. We're going to give away 2 T-shirts, whatever you want. But you got to be watching live. That's the only. Holy cow. I just lost my phone. You got to be watching live. All right. Vince, the floor is yours.
There are people claiming in the chat that is a real photo. That's not AI. So I want to apologize. I just assumed it was AI. So I want to apologize to the photographer. Yeah, I want to apologize to the photographer.
Yeah, our bad, Johnny Photo. All right,
here we go. Producer man, spin the wheel.
Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Is the dog gonna win? We got a dog for the first time ever on the Coach and Roulette wheel.
Look at that.
Oh, please let the dog win. Okay, who is that?
T Dunn.
T Dunn. Okay.
Has T Dunn won before, Coach?
I don't know, but I mean we've got 20 selections now. All right, T Dunn. There is the email. All you got to do is email producer man. He'll hook you up, and we'll get it sent right out to you. All we ask, and this is where a lot of you have been very, very lazy. Just send us a picture. We want to put you on the show in the merch. Yeah. All right. Spin number 2, Vince.
Coach, I'm sitting here thinking, I swear, I would almost bet on this. I might. I know you do all the betting shows, 18 and 3. That's where everybody should go.
Yes.
What's the name of the show again?
Coach and Company. You used to be on it. Yeah.
I know, and then I got kicked off. Yeah. Okay. I'm thinking of doing this.
Okay.
If Double D actually paid you $15 and send you the T-shirt, I bet you he still wouldn't sell any. If you ordered it and he had to pay you $15. I bet he still wouldn't sell any T-shirts.
I don't even know what that means, to be honest. I'm so.
What it means is the Double D T-shirts.
Yes.
If you buy one,
yes,
he sends you $15. Okay, I bet you even if you did that, he wouldn't sell any.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's harsh, Vince. That is really harsh.
Can I ask you a serious question?
Of course.
Who in these meetings brought up Double D merch? I want the name of that person, Coach. You.
Well, I mean, I will never throw myself under the bus. If I'm being completely transparent and honest,
Yes.
as we always are here on the show, I created it because I love the name, and we have Gabby, and she's amazing. And say what you want, in the world of wrestling, I think she's going to be an absolute star.
Oh, Gabby's amazing.
She's amazing. So I was like, she actually, it doesn't come cut like that, by the way. If you order it and you're like, wait a second, that's not how it looked on Gabby. Okay. Just understand that it doesn't come already with the slit in it, okay? All right, one more time, and then we're going to get the hell out of here. All right.
Producer man, spin the wheel.
By the way, T. Dunn was a first-time winner. He was a first-time winner tonight.
Oh, first-time winner. Okay, there you go.
First-time winner. Is the dog going to win? God of the Mason. I think this is the first time.
I think that's the first time. Very nice.
So many new names. Thank you guys for finding us. Thank you for finding us. Probably the easiest thing, because we have a lot of changes in the schedule sometimes. So turn on your notifications, because just like tonight, if we change the schedule, we want you guys to know, because we're seeing so many new names, Vince, that we're growing. We want everybody to be here. So it's awesome. All right, before we get out of here, Vince, sell me on JCW Thursday night.
Yeah, guys, tomorrow night, great cliffhanger. The last week's episode, you might want to watch that first. Brand new episode tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Eastern on YouTube. Absolutely free. JCW Lunacy, bro. Check it out, man.
All right, very, very good. In the meantime, you can check me out tomorrow morning, bright and early, in 12 hours and 12 minutes. I will be live on the ESPN app. If you go to the Betting Cast, I'll be leading that, as I always do, the biggest event in golf on the PGA Tour. I am so humbled and honored to be a part of it, in all seriousness. And we're going to be here for the next 4 days. I'll be back Monday in the Friendly Confines for the next episode of this particular show. Vince, 1-0 Italy.
Yeah, somebody
1-0 Italy.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. That's going to do it for now. In the meantime, support JCW, support the brand, support Double D. You never know. You just never know. In the meantime, this is the Coach and Bro Show. The whole team, on behalf of the whole team, thank you so very much. We'll see you guys on the next episode on Monday. Take care.